Hi everyone, thanks for checking out another InfoSec Hub video. Today we're going to talk about vulnerabilities and vulnerability scanning. What you see here is an overview of a website that is being scanned. You can add new sites to this tool called Security Scoreboard. And what Security Scoreboard does is an automated tool, an automated scan, I should say. It will scan your web application for vulnerabilities, and it does that on different levels. As you can see here, application security, network security, DNS health, and application security again. So it checks the application itself, it checks the network, and it checks everything that has to do, in this case, also with DNS, to name servers, and it gives certain severity levels. So all the high severity vulnerabilities should be solved in a very short matter of time. That's just what it is. All the medium ones are also, that is something that you should fix 2 to 3, maximum 4 weeks. And the beauty of this thing is it gives you, when I click on this, for instance, this is very straightforward. If a website doesn't enforce HTTPS, that means data in transit is not encrypted. That's really a no-no. I'm not going to open it because there might be some information that I'm exposing that I don't want to. But this is about data in transit that's not encrypted. That's something you don't want, because when you're logging into a web application, you're sending your credentials, maybe even some PII over an unencrypted line. It's something that you don't want. So an overview, 11 issues are found, 2 are high vulnerabilities, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are medium. Those kind of things should be handled within a month, I would say. And all the low vulnerabilities is just a nice to have if you fix them. And then in the end, you also have informational vulnerabilities of things that it finds that you could, for instance, improve on. So IP reputation is also something, endpoint security. So it checks various things. In this case, we're talking about a SaaS application, web application. So it also collects data from the clients. It collects data from the network. It collects data from the web servers. It's collecting data from the code that is written on those web servers. It inspects the code, indeed, and it inspects all the web pages as well. If there are some plugins there, or are there certain vulnerable pieces of code that are implemented into the web application, and it gives you a very clear overview of the overall state of your web application. Don't confuse a vulnerability scan, for instance, with a pen test. A vulnerability scan is really scanning for vulnerabilities, and a pen test is really vulnerability scanning is part of a pen test, I would say, because a vulnerability can be exploited. And if you exploit a vulnerability, then you're basically hacking. So this is all part of the recon phase of an application, to see what's going on, what's not going well security-wise. And if that can be exploited, then, if, for instance, you have a web application and you get into the first web server, and then you gain admin rights and you jump from the web server to the database server, you grant yourself access right to the database. Maybe you can copy it, maybe you can install some ransomware on the database, for instance. So you jump from server to server, and when you have access to the first server, maybe you can do a port scan to get an idea of the network that's around you. You can indicate behind which IP address is a database, behind which IP address is a firewall. So you can get a blueprint of the network that you're trying to attack or exploit, or whatever it is. So that's pen testing. And vulnerability testing is just giving you an overview of all the things that are not right security-wise and that need improvement or attention. I hope the distinguishment between vulnerability scanning and pen testing is more clear that way. this is vital to have if you have a web application with lots of web traffic and you are basically in charge of protecting the user data of your clients. Then you should do the best of within your abilities to make sure that you have a safe network, up-to-date servers that with the latest patch version. And also next to those maintenance tasks, the web application itself should be inspected also. So I hope this is clear. If not, please leave me a question in the comments, or just leave a comment in general, and I hope it's useful for you. And if so, please subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thanks for watching.